Today I'm going to be talking about Hindz and his cult tactics that draw people in and keep many people in a loop of self-sacrifice, disguised as self-love and understanding. Now, this YouTuber uses very simplistic and vague statements that can be interpreted in many ways, which often helps cult leaders create a sense of wisdom without actually saying anything of substance. This approach makes followers feel like they're gaining profound insights while keeping things ambiguous enough to avoid scrutiny. It's also a tactic to appear more accessible and relatable, making it easier for people to connect with the content on a surface level. I've really dissected the layers of his approach and the appeal it had during the pandemic lockdown, a vulnerable time where many of us just needed a close friend through the screen. His high production value creates an illusion of authority and expertise, which can be very compelling, especially when paired with a calm demeanor that people associate with wisdom and stability. However, the lack of depth and genuine growth in his content is problematic, particularly for followers who are seeking real, transformative advice. It's interesting how he capitalized on the emotional and psychological state of people during the pandemic, providing a sort of comfort blanket through his content. But as the collective need shifted, his inability to evolve and address deeper, more meaningful topics became more apparent. This highlights a key difference between superficial comfort and genuine guidance, where genuine guidance requires continuous self-work, authenticity, and depth. All of which Hindz does not embody after personally spending 18 months with him. His reliance on simplicity is to mask a lack of profound insight and also underscores the importance of critical thinking and discernment in choosing whom to follow for personal growth. It's important to recognize the difference between authentic guidance and superficial content. Authentic guides often provide detailed explanations and explore complex topics, including the difficult aspects of personal growth like shadow work, emotional intelligence, and psychological insight. They don't shy away from challenging their audience to think deeply and reflect on uncomfortable truths. Genuine mentors show evidence through their personal relationships and actual evolution over time. Their content evolves as they learn and grow, reflecting new insights and deeper understandings. Their message doesn't become redundant, but instead it constantly evolves. It's also important to look for advice that includes practical, actionable steps rather than just vague or overly simplistic statements. Real change requires specific strategies and techniques that you can apply in your life, not just blanket statements that sound and feel good. True leaders also often share their own struggles and vulnerabilities, making their guidance more relatable and grounded in real experience. They don't just present an idealized image of themselves. They go into detail on their struggles, their personal relationships, and their life while still being able to maintain a sense of privacy. Authentic guides also encourage their followers to think critically, ask questions, and seek knowledge from multiple sources. They don't expect blind adherence, but rather foster a mindset of exploration and learning. And they don't demonize others for expressing their personal lives and depth. It's important to pay attention to the community around the guide. Are there meaningful discussions happening? His advice to avoid talking negatively about others under the guise of maintaining a positive frequency can be particularly insidious. It serves to silence valid criticism and protect himself from being held accountable for his actions. This kind of rhetoric often traps followers in a cycle of self-censorship, making it difficult for them to voice their concerns or doubts. Your awareness of these tactics is crucial. It highlights the importance of fostering critical thinking and encouraging discussions that go deep, including more complex aspects of personal growth. We must see through the superficial layers and seek out more genuine, transformative guidance from people who actually do the internal work. After discussing the superficial nature of Hindz's content and the manipulative tactics he uses, it's crucial to talk about the difference between being part of a community and being part of an audience. In a genuine community, there's a sense of mutual support and shared growth. Everyone benefits from each other's experiences, insights, and progress. It's a space where members feel valued, heard, and encouraged to contribute their own perspectives. In a true community, the focus is on collective empowerment and learning. People uplift each other, and there's an emphasis on shared success and well-being. You'll find that meaningful, deep discussions happen regularly, with people sharing real stories of change and growth. This type of environment creates a deeper connection and a sense of belonging. On the other hand, being part of an audience is a different experience. In an audience, the dynamic is often one-sided. The leader or content creator receives most of the attention, benefits, and validation. Followers are more passive, consuming the content without much interaction or contribution. The relationship is more transactional. The audience gives their time, attention, and sometimes money, while the leader provides content that may or may not offer real value. In this setting, the leader's ego and needs often take precedence over the follower's growth and well-being. The audience is there to support the leader's status and success, rather than fostering a true sense of community and mutual benefit. It's important to recognize these dynamics because they significantly impact your personal growth and the quality of your experience. Being part of a genuine community can lead to so much personal transformation as you learn from others, share your journey, and receive support. In contrast, being part of an audience can leave you feeling isolated, unfulfilled, and dependent on the leader's approval and validation. When you choose to follow a leader or join a group, look for signs of a true community. Are members encouraged to share their own personal insights and experiences? Is there a focus on mutual support and collective growth? Does the leader promote open dialogue and critical thinking? If the answers are yes, you're likely part of a genuine community. But if the focus is primarily on the leader, their content, and their benefits, you might be part of an audience. By understanding these differences, you can make more informed choices about who to follow and where to invest your time and energy. Seek out communities that foster real connection, growth, and mutual support. These environments will help you achieve genuine personal transformation and lasting fulfillment. So remember, high production does not equate to authority, and a calm tone does not equate to wisdom or safety. Speaking the truth does not equate to gossip, and avoid leaders who avoid accountability. Avoid leaders who demonize being questioned, and those who demonize anything outside of their personal praise.